Hey everyone, and welcome back to Legally Teaching and Engineer Sports. I'm Dylan here with Sam and Max. Loga. Today will be Wednesday, August 28th. Tonight's episode 101. They're coming to your city. What's that mean, Sam?
College football was back last weekend, but is officially back this weekend.
That's right. We got week one. We had week zero. Agent Zero was there and alive and well, and it was great and it was awesome and it had enough thrills and frills and excitement to get me going. But week one is back, and man, does that board look good. What are we doing with episode 101? They're coming to your city, Max.
Well, the purpose of this episode is we're going to talk everything college football. We're going to put our 12 teams that we like into the college football playoff. We're going to pick a winner out of those 12 teams, and we're going to pick our Heisman in this episode. We're going to maybe chit chat some other things about NCAA and football in general.
Yeah, and then we're also going to do a woof, Sam's Cool Talk, and a Serenity now. Let's get it going, boys, and let's hope the power does not go out. Episode 101 of Legally Teaching Engineer Sport. They're coming to your city.
Let's get it started in here.
And the bass keeps running and 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 it's.
I was going to do Big and Rich coming to your city, but there's too much talking in it. There's not much of a song. It's just people talking to start, and I don't know. Couldn't find the right version.
Hey, Max, you ever met Rich?
I've not personally met him, but I'm going to say
You ever breathe the same air?
What'd you say?
Breathe the same air?
Yeah, I saw him. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, you breathe the same air as Rich.
Oh yeah, I breathe the same air. I ate the same food, sat in the same spot as him.
Yeah, pretty cool. Sam, this guy who sings college football game day song, he was throwing out the first pitch of a Tigers game Max and I were at one time. Actually, while we were in the Champions Club.
I think he's up.
I think so. All right, college football's back. Episode 101. It's Wednesday, August 28th. School's back in session. Happy first week, first day. First month to all the teachers and students out there. Max, you back yet?
When you listen to this podcast, I will be back. I'll be back into the trenches. Some would say.
Well, some would say Godspeed to you.
Thank you for all the well wishes.
Yeah, no problem. And to all those who are retired and no longer listen to the podcast, salute to you too. God bless you and for everyone around you. All right, school's back. Since school's back, let's change it up. Let's go to Sam's Cooler Talk questions. Let's see if we can school Sam some sports knowledge. Sam's Cooler Talk presented to you by Modelo. Modelo, looking for a crisp lager that's moderate on calories and masterful on flavor? Look no further than Modelo Especial. Modelo Especial is more than just a Mexican summer sipper. It's the official beer of the Saturday morning baseball parent and Thursday night. Holy shit, I can't believe our kids back to school weekend celebrators. Stop into your local Meyer or like-minded grocery store and grab yourself some Modelo Especial. A cerveza, straight to the cabeza. All right, Sam, 5 questions, 30 seconds. You ready?
Of course.
Question 1. How many wins does Tarek Skubal have this year so far?
19.
Think highly of him. Close. 15.
Not bad.
Question 2. Who is officially the backup for the Detroit Lions? Backup quarterback, sorry. He wears number 2.
Oh yeah, that helps. Give me the first letter of his last name.
His initials are HH.
That didn't help. No clue.
Max?
Hendon Hooker.
That is correct.
The dude from Tennessee.
Sam.
A dude from Tennessee, yeah.
Tennessee, yeah. Question 3. Who are the Fort Wayne Tin Caps affiliated with?
Oh crap. For some reason I want to say the Angels, but I feel like that's wrong.
That is wrong, but you are getting close. San Diego Padres.
Dang it. Okay. Yeah, they're it's not a Roundtable time.
Question 4. Let's see if you can get your first one right. Who won the 2024 Loga Olympics?
Christina Paglia.
Another half point. Never will get that full point. We'll try next week. Last question. What tennis tournament just began?
The Australian Open.
The U.S. Open. Come on, Sam. 0 for 5.
Yeah, half a point. Gets 1 point.
No, you got half a point. And we're not even going to give him that half point because we round down in this serenity.
Yeah.
Or
Tough showing. Tough showing. It got me off guard going first.
Yeah, that's what we like to do here with episode 101, back to school sessions. Let's now move to something a little more positive. Serenity Now, sponsored by Stage Dream Designs. Pay $10 and hop on your Celebrity Serenity Now speaker. Brought to you by Stage Dream Designs. Max, the floor is yours.
Awesome. So since college football is back, I'm just gonna go with the NCAA, ESPN, and yeah, we'll go with them. So Connor Stallions is back in the limelight. It's been a year, but if you guys don't follow along, Netflix just dropped a documentary. So now anybody that has Netflix thinks they're the know-it-all for Connor Stallions and his knowing of reporting. So NCAA has also watched Netflix, obviously, because now they have new allegations against Connor that he has said things in the Netflix documentary that he did not tell the NCAA. So they're filing more grievances against him, which is quality by the NCAA getting their facts from a Netflix documentary. Serenity freaking now, NCAA. Just let it die.
Yep, nailed it. Well done. Connor Stallions, American hero. Yeah, to be honest, everyone can go ahead and get fucked. Michigan Wolverines, oh my gosh, holy shit. Michigan Wolverines are the 2023 college football national champions. And now, since the season has begun, they are the defending national champions. It was the reigning national champions. Now it is the defending national champions. So everyone else can get fucked at the end of the day. So yeah, sorry. All right, let's move to something even more optimistic. Let's do the woo-off, Sam, presented by Alani New. Alani New. Woo! It gets the people going. Sam, you can go first today.
It's a law, personally, a law. So I had to go digging. Couldn't take the easiest fruit. I took some easy stuff. I'm going to do Fulham in the first win at home, Premier League. Fantastic. Super happy to get on that, get the right foot going the right way. So, woo! To a good win for Fulham.
Well done. 9-2. 9-2. Everyone likes their first. I'll go second. So, for the first time in 8 years, the Detroit Tigers are sitting 500 in the month of August. The first time in 8 years. They're playing really good baseball right now. The kids are hitting. The pitchers are pitching. And Taylor Scoop was a dog. The Detroit Tigers. Woo! 9-4.
9-7, 9-7.
9-7. All right. Max, what do you got for us? The long you. Woo! Get the people
Gonna
going.
put that question out there for the JHLers. Is AJ Hinch a good manager? Huh? You don't know? All right, my woo moment. It's kind of personal. Like Sam said, it's kind of a slow time here, but just winning the Little League World Series Challenge. I kind of just ran away with it in the opening round and never looked back. So I'm just gonna pat myself on the back, collecting our victory here on the podcast. So woo to that moment. So thank you, boys.
4-3. Self-loathing. But with that, let's move on to the round table. Sam, that was a perfect segue. You did suck at your Little League bracket picks. So, yeah, you are the loser, and Max is right. He was the runaway winner. I was a distant second. Are you excited, Sam, to have to pay off your debt?
Just add it to the tab. I think I'm just going to have a tab. One day I'll get paid off, Max.
Hey, you're in Davy Jones's locker. Your soul belongs to me now.
One day.
Okay.
Sam, so I think that makes 2 to 3 now things you owe Max. When would we anticipate those being paid off? And Max, what are you requesting from the Lily website?
I want a pin. I would like.
I don't think he got to request it. We have to check the footage. I'm pretty sure I just get to send him something off of there. And I believe the value was rather small. So
Nope. You get to request and say it has to be under $35.
damn, hell make the money.
I just
But
Start
you just a
trying.
pin.
want a pin.
Just a pin.
I gotta start trying. Damn it.
It would be advisable. But with that, Florida did win the Little League World Series. It was actually my team who won. So shout out to me, actually. Max did have 3 of the 4 finalists. The semifinalists, he had 3 of the 4, so that's pretty impressive. Did either of you watch the final game?
No.
I did. I watched the whole game. Not gonna lie, it was pretty boring. It was actually I take that back. It was a heavyweight match. They're going back and forth, having runners on second and third, like 1 or 2 outs, and they'd get out of it. And then the 6th came around. The guy that did his name was like Moses or something. The guy that did the Michael Jackson move, big clutch hit, tied it up. And then in Little League fashion, Little League's gonna Little League to win a game. So just Chinese Taipei threw the ball in the right field, and around came the Florida players. So that's how they lost in the 8th inning. So Little League.
Wild stuff there. Sam, any thoughts, I guess, on the Little League World Series? Happy to see it go. Sad to see it come, which I don't know, reverse and flip that.
Yeah, again, I didn't really get to watch it. It just wasn't. I was kind of upset it was on ESPN Plus. Seemed like a pretty prime thing to put on ESPN Plus, but yeah, maybe next year we'll be on there, and maybe next year I'll pick some better teams.
I doubt both things you just said, but you never know. All right. With that, let's segue to the thing I was doing during the League World Series finale. Sam, who's this?
I don't know, Dix?
Yep, that's the sponsor. Who's the person?
No clue.
That's Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra and I are now best friends.
He looks different.
They exchanged numbers.
Yep, he became a member of my fantasy football league, and with that, I flew him up. Did a couple autograph signings with him. We exchanged. I signed a couple things for him. He signed a couple things for me. Got a picture with him. Yeah, it was really cool. So Amon-Ra, welcome to my fantasy football team, and we have a good year.
How did he feel about that?
No, not true at all. So there was a signing, autograph signing at Dick's Sporting Goods, a new brand new Dick's at the mall across the street. So on Saturday, Rip Hamilton was there. I did not go for that one. Sunday was Amon-Ra. And it was cool until, it's weird. Let's be honest. Autograph things like that are not for me. You have to be a different kind of person. We had to get there for 2 hours Sunday morning to wait in line to get a wristband. And then we had to wait another hour and a half in line on Sunday evening for the actual signing. It was 30 seconds. I handed him my Amon-Ra jersey that I did get. And he signed it, and it's sweet. I'm going to wear it. It's going to be badass.
Right.
And then I asked him, Amon-Ra, have you figured out what your first touchdown celebration is going to be on that Sunday night game against the Rams? He's like, you know what? Actually, I don't know yet. And then I said, all right, well, good luck this year. And by the way, I drafted you 3rd overall on my fantasy football team. He said, all right, man, thanks. And we took a quick picture, and that was it. He didn't stand up, and it was about 35 seconds total. So, yeah. That was that.
He didn't stand up for the photo. I guess
crazy.
Nah, I respected too much time. It would have taken at least 3 seconds to stand up. You would have been in that line another 2 hours.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But you gotta be built. There were some odd ducks, to say the least, that were committed to that stuff.
Oh well, yeah. They were getting 10 things signed and selling them immediately. I bet if you go on right now, you'll probably see crazy things.
Yeah. 100%, Sam. That was so people were definitely getting stuff signed, and they were like, "That pen's not good enough. You need to get the paint pen." There were people freaking out about the pens line. And I was looking at Pagler. I was like, "I don't even have a pen." He had pens with him. It wasn't I was more I wanted the photo, right? I wanted the photo with him, and everyone else wanted the stuff to be signed so that you're right, Sam, so they could go on and sell them.
How many people were in line? Would you guess?
They only give out 150 wristbands, kids included. So it wasn't that many people, and they didn't let Strange in line. But yeah, I mean, but then all those people that weren't in line were there taking pictures of the whole situation. So it was I was being photographed while I was being photographed. It was odd.
If you're good enough looking, you end up on their social media page. I
had just previously eaten a piece of pizza, so I just don't know if it turned out well for me. But maybe we'll see. Yeah, but that was cool. So I'm on number 3 overall team, my fantasy team. Speaking of which, let's talk a little fantasy. Max, you drafted a fantasy football team. Sam, you'll have one soon coming up for our Legally Teach Engineer Sports Fantasy League. But Max, how do you feel about your fantasy football team?
So I had the 1st overall draft pick, and I went with Christian McCaffrey. I felt very good about that. I think my team is going to be sneaky good. I got to dish off some Seahawks. I got a little lost in the sauce. I was going to say drafted basically the whole wide receiving core from Seattle, which
Who's
is
their quarterback?
well. So any GHLers that are in our fantasy football league, I'm up for trades. And I named my team Blue Rain. So Blue Rain's my team name. Dylan, what's your
Why is that?
Because Michigan are the defending national championships, baby.
Oh,
Why not Maze Rain?
Mm. Well, I got a magazine under my TV and it says Blue Rain and it's got a good twang to it. So Blue Rain.
Had to get deeper.
yeah. All right. Yeah, Max, he was having fun.
We were on a Zoom, I was talking trash, other people making picks. Next thing I know, I hear the chimes. Oh, shit, I'm up. And I just panicked.
You only get 30 seconds. It's kind of not enough for me, to be honest. My team's name is Kitchen Kings. I got Harrison Butker as my kicker. So
That's all that matters. The great kicker. They make all the
Great kicker.
I'm all right. I feel pretty stoked with my team. I might have not a lot of talent, but I think I have heart. I've got Almond Ra at number 3, and I met him, and I told him he's on my team. So I think we made a connection. I've got Kyler Murray and Jaden Daniels combined. They're shorter than most NFL quarterbacks. Like if you combine both their heights, they're still shorter than most others. My running backs are really old. My team's probably going to finish last. So
Not with Kyler Murray's making it to the Super Bowl this year. That's my bold prediction. Stay tuned.
I like that, Sam. Yeah. All right, Sam. What else do you have for the roundtable?
Honestly, nothing. I don't think I watched any other sport other than bowling over the weekend.
Well, Premier League is back, and that's exciting to be able to watch that. So I like that. Max, what do you have?
We've hit on most, but one thing that did happen is pretty sweet. Fun fact: Danny Jansen, if that rings a bell for anybody, he's the only player ever playing one baseball game on both teams. So he was with Toronto Blue Jays, and they're playing Boston Red Sox. And the game got rained out during the 3rd inning, so they paused it, and they just finished it today. But in the meantime, he got traded from Toronto to Boston, and now today he's catching for Boston. But in the 1st inning, he played for Toronto. 1st and 2nd, he played for Toronto. But now he's playing for Boston. So pretty cool fun fact.
Yeah, so it's an awesome fun fact. To take it even a step further, so while the game got rained out, he was up to bat for the Blue Jays, right?
Yes.
Yep. So it was like 2 balls, 1 strike on him. He was the batter for the Blue Jays against the Red Sox. And then fast forward to the game, he is now catching his own at bat. So he got pinch hit for in an at bat that he was then the catcher for.
Why? I think baseball is the only sport that will ever happen where somebody can play one game, both teams.
Yep, that's awesome. Think about that box score.
Whoa, too advanced for me.
It's awesome. That was a good one. I had it on my list as well. Last one, just touch on quickly here is Detroit Tigers. Kind of already mentioned. I just said that my woo moment was up there back to 500 for the first time in 8 years. I don't care. I have a little bit of hope. We got Angels for 3. The Red Sox are a team ahead of them in the wild card. They're a beatable team. They got the Rockies who suck ass. The Orioles are in front of them in the wild card. And they have the Twins and the Royals still to play out this year. 7.5 is a lot and 4 teams to climb over, but it's doable. And I anticipate some exciting times in the near future here for the Detroit Tigers. So strap in, boys, and let's get it going. That's all I'll say there.
If they make the playoffs, I don't know what I'll do, but I'll do something.
I might watch my first Tigers game of the year if they make the playoffs.
You said you watched the league one though, so
I lied. I actually didn't watch that.
Damn it. Damn you, Sam. All right, well, let's hope they do. Get Sam some playoff baseball in his blood. I like that. All right, boys, good round table. Let's get to the main entree of episode 101 of Legally Teaching Engineer Sports. They're coming to your city. Our college football is back. Max, what's new this year in college football?
So we got a couple of things that are new, but the big one, we have a 12-team playoff. So everybody gets a participation ribbon for being a mediocre at football. You get to go to the college football playoff. And then there's a 2-minute warning now in the second quarter and fourth quarter. They don't want to call it a 2-minute warning because that's the NFL thing, I guess. But it's a 2-minute warning. It's 2 minute at the 2-minute mark, the second quarter and fourth quarter, there's a media timeout. So there's a 2-minute warning. And I think those are really the only two major changes this year in college football.
That's
Yeah. Go ahead, Sam.
that 2-minute warning. That's so annoying. There's already enough commercials. They didn't need to add in another commercial.
I will
We
say,
were-
week 0, that was one of the things that Dylan and I commented on real quick, were the length of commercials and the times of commercials when they would appear on college football. So I know it was week 0 and there was only a couple games, so they probably were getting their fix in, but still, there was a lot of commercials for long periods of times.
Yeah, there really were. Yeah, I think the one other major change this year, which is going to take a lot of getting used to, is the conferences and their realignment. So there's really not a Power 5 anymore. It's a Power 4 for the most part. The Pac-12 still exists, but there's only 2 teams in it. 2 teams being Oregon State and Washington State. The ACC has welcomed in California, Stanford, and that might be it. And then to the Big 12 went Arizona, Utah, I think Arizona State. And then obviously the Big 10 welcomed Oregon, Washington, USC, UCLA. So gonna be wild, gonna be crazy with all that. Kind of looking forward to it. With that, let's get into our conference champions. So these conference champions get an automatic qualification into the playoffs. So when you pick your conference champions, that means they're going to win their, maybe not the regular season title. I don't even know if there are regular season titles anymore. I don't think there are. This is only conference title game champions. They get automatic qualification into the playoffs. So with that, let's get to the ACC. Sam, who you got winning the Atlantic Coast Conference? Remember, the Atlantic Coast Conference now includes California and Stanford. Who you got?
NC State.
Any reasoning? Just big state of North Carolina guy?
Big state of North Carolina guy, and I feel like they've been kind of dancing around it the last few years. They've been there, they've been to the show, and I think this year they pull it out.
What show have they been to?
The show, a show, around it, somewhere near it, close, sniffed it, almost touched it.
What color would you say that they wear?
They were red and white.
Mm-hmm.
I know my NC State Wolfpack.
Yeah, Wolfpack. Rawr. All right, Sam's going with NC State. Max, where shall you go in the ACC?
That's an okay pick, Sam. Maybe they'll follow suit with the basketball team. But I'm gonna go with Miami. They got a big one in week 1 playing a rival in Florida, and I think if they get that one under control, I think they're gonna hit the ground running. And I'm gonna go with Miami. Sneaker pick down there in South Florida.
Yeah, I actually have Miami, Florida written down. Yeah, I would agree. Cam Ward, the best transfer player that there was from Washington State University, is going to Miami, Florida. Big Miami U guy, got Miami U chain. Anthony Garcia, dad straight from Cuba. Big Miami, Florida people, fans. Yeah, so go the U until we don't want you to go no more. But best of luck to Anthony and his Miami Hurricanes. Let's go to the Big 10. I'll start off. I'm going Michigan. You got to beat the best to be the best. They're still the best team in the Big 10. I understand that Ohio State has a $26 million roster. I understand that Oregon is loaded and they brought everyone back. I understand that Penn State has a white quarterback. I understand that Rutgers doesn't play anyone. But Michigan's still the best, and you got to beat the best. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to Michigan football. I will say it is somewhat unlikely that Michigan goes undefeated this year, and it's gonna be tough to deal with. Max, if we watch games this year with each other, we're gonna have to be patient. We're gonna have to do our best to not break things and throw things. Yeah, I'll just say that. Max, who are you going with in the Big 10?
I also have Michigan written down. For the sole reason I just can't stand anybody else.
It's a nice jersey, by the way, you got on.
My nice shirt.
Nice jersey. I like your jersey.
Oh, this is a national championship jersey for anybody that wants to look at it. But I can't stand Oregon. Everybody's really getting down Gabriel's schlong down their throats. Don't like that. Ohio State, obviously crying Ryan. Hopefully this is his last year there. That'd be awesome. Love to see him get fired. I'd probably be better than my birthday. So I'm just gonna take Michigan, like Don said. If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best, and Michigan is the best. So, Michigan.
Sam, let's go over to Happy Valley. Sam, let's go over to see who you picked to win the Big Ten.
Yeah, so here's my question. Is it winning the final game, like that the championship game is who we're picking as the winners of the Big Ten, or like they won the most games?
Nope. So the Big Ten this year, to go to the Big Ten championship game, it's just number 1 versus number 2,
Yeah.
and then whoever wins that game, I think it is back in Indianapolis. Whoever wins that is the Big Ten champion.
So that's who we're saying right now is the Big Ten champion. Okay.
Yeah.
That's, I'm gonna run Penn State again. I think Penn State wins that game. And we'll talk about it when we get to the 12-team thing, what I think is gonna play out there, but I think Penn State wins that.
I love that pick, Sam. I don't know if you heard me say Happy Valley, but
Hey, I gave them a chance last year. They slightly let me down. Bouncing back this year.
all right, hell yeah. Yep, just like your Little League picks. All right, let's go to the Big 12. I'll go first here. I'm going to go with the old man team. Michigan was an old man team last year. Utah is an old man team out in the Big 12. Big 12s are really not that great. You lose Texas and Oklahoma to the SEC. A lot of people are high on Kansas State. I think people are high on Oklahoma State. I'll take Utah. I think Utah has been in the running to win the Pac-12 the last few years. They've won it a couple times the last few years. They're a good team with a really good coach. Kyle Whittingham will kill someone if need be. They got the quarterback back with the long hair, Riesling, or whatever his name is. So yeah, I'll take the Utes. Sam, who you got in the Big 12?
Kansas. I hear they might be good this year. They might have a quarterback worth something. So give me Kansas.
Yeah, they've got Jaden Daniels-esque quarterback. Not because he's black and looks like him and has the same last name, I think, maybe even. But yeah, so I like it. Good pick. Basketball school. Hell yeah. Max, who you got?
I'm gonna have to follow suit with Dylan. Utah, it's inevitable. Cam Rising as their quarterback.
Yeah, it is. Thanks.
7th year. Anybody that's got a 7th year quarterback's destined for something great. And every time he's been the starting quarterback, they've won their conference. So they've won the Pac-12 the last 7 years. So Cam Rising, dog.
Wow. Impressive. All right. Good pick. Great pick. Let's go to the SEC. Max, go first here.
All right. So in the SEC, with one loss in the SEC, not in the SEC, just overall, Texas is going to take the SEC this year. And that one loss is going to come at the feet of the University of Michigan in 2 weeks. I don't like anybody else in the SEC, and Texas it'd be sweet if they won the SEC and Michigan beat them. So.
What is happening this year? I might have to actually watch some college football games this year. I have no idea.
Hands down.
Sam, who you got in the Southeastern Conference?
These realignments, I think, aren't going to play favor for any team that's been moved into any conference. Get into that later. Give me Georgia.
Yeah, I mean, they're the best team. It's probably a good pick. You might get one here, Sam. Might be the one you get right. It's a good pick. Yeah, I'm not going Georgia. I'm going Ole Miss. Lane Kiffin's a dog. You got Dart back. He could win the Heisman. Honestly, he's if Ole Miss does win the SEC, Jackson Dart's probably going to win the Heisman. They've got Georgia and Oklahoma on their schedule, but they have them both home, so that's good. Ole Miss was close last year to beating Bama. I think this year they don't have to play Bama. They don't have to play Texas. They have to go to LSU, but I think LSU is not going to be all that. So give me Ole Miss. They still might lose a game in the SEC, but they'll get to the SEC title game and win it. High-powered offense. They don't need Judkins. Judkins is going to go to Ohio State and still not win anything. Missing out on an SEC title. What an idiot. So, yeah, give me the Rebels in the SEC. Hey, boys, before we get to our bracket, let's get a Heisman pick. You can go long shot, you can go a favorite. Sam, who is your Heisman pick?
Yeah, you know me. Long shot. Kansas. Quarterback. Jalen Daniels. Give it.
So when I said he's kind of like Jaden Daniels, I was literally right. Just literally a consonant is different.
Yeah, the L instead of a D and an A instead of an O.
Wow, nice. I like that. It's a good pick. I like that a lot. Max, where are you going?
like I said when I picked Utah to win the Big 12, anybody that's got a 7th-year quarterback or destined for greatness, Cam Rising wins the Heisman and leads the Utes to specialty.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with a dude whose team's only gonna win 8 or 9 games, playing out of the Big Ten, Miller Moss. Big Cat, and pardon my take, is Barstool is all over this pick. I'm gonna ride with him. Miller Moss has sat behind Caleb Williams, been there for 3 or 4 years now at USC. Yeah, so he's like plus 3,000. I think if he goes off against LSU, he's gonna have a good year. And if he gets his ass whooped in that game, I'll probably switch over to Dylan Gabriel at Oregon, and probably be a sure win and take my money and run. So we'll see after the first week. Speaking of which, before we get to our brackets, we'll get more into the passionate picks. We're doing passionate picks again this year. We'll get more into like the games this week, but there's some good games this week, boys. So looking forward to already week 1.
There's a lot of good games this week, not just a few. There's a lot. I feel like you're going to see that more though with this conference realignment because you got to play within your conference, and within your conference there's dogs everywhere. So I feel like you're going to see a lot more big matchups coming through.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, they got rid of the Pac-12, which is ass, and made them go play elsewhere, so it's going to help.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
All right, let's move to the playoff bracket. So we kind of already have our 4 seeds. Everyone has their 4 seeds. The 1 through 4s. It's basically, I guess, it'll depend where you're putting the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 4. But we kind of already have that. So instead, just give me your list of teams from 12 through 1, starting with 12. Sam, are you able to do that? And if so, go ahead.
Yeah, it was tough. There's so many teams. This is ridiculous. And then also, like, where do they pull from? Is it just all of college football?
Yeah, so it's going to be the highest ranked non-power 4.
Yeah, so then give me Georgia Tech as a 12, just on like, see why not?
To win your conference, you have to win your conference.
Okay, so this is just pure chaos then. Give me a second here.
Yep. So it's why it's non-power 4 to win your conference. So let me go. We'll let you go second. So we'll go. Max, can you give us your 12?
I can.
All right, let's go to 12 and go ahead and give it to us. 12 through 1.
All right, so at 12, I have Oklahoma State.
Nope. Again, can't do that. We aren't listening, guys. I'll go first.
This makes no sense.
The 12th seed is going to be a non-power 4 conference team.
So you're telling me I have to
wins
Boise
their
State.
tournament. That
I have
wins
to
their
Boise
conference.
State at 12.
That's
Oklahoma
correct.
State at 11.
That's correct.
Sorry, I didn't use a generator like you, Dylan.
I didn't.
Boise State at 12. Oklahoma State at 11. I have Notre Dame at 10. Clemson at 9. My 8 seed is going to be Oregon. My 7 is going to be Ole Miss. My 6 is Ohio State. My 5 is Georgia. My 4 is Utah. My 3 is Miami. My 2 is Michigan. And my 1 is Texas.
Nice. All right. Well done. Pretty similar for me. Sam, I'm going to skip ahead of you. I have Boise State at 12. 11 is Clemson. 10 is Texas. 9 is Oregon. 8 is Penn State. 7 is Ohio State. 6 is Georgia. 5 is Notre Dame. 4 Miami, Florida. 3 Michigan. 2 Utah. 1 Ole Miss. Sam, let's hear yours.
Real quick. So you're telling me a Georgia Tech team wins like 10 games, beats some massive teams, doesn't win the conference, can't get in.
No, they can get in. Yeah, so they
They
like
get
so.
in at a higher seed.
Yeah, exactly. They'll be like 11 through 5.
See, then this is stupid. That's all stupid.
I agree with Sam. I don't understand why they're sequencing that 12 just for the non-power 4.
No, that should be more. There should be more of those because, like, you have that USF, like the South Florida team that went undefeated that didn't get to play.
They'd be in this year then. They would be.
Yeah, are they going to be at a 12? That's their only spot they can land.
No, they could be ranked number 17, but they're still going to be put in at 12.
See, that's dumb. That's dumb. Anyways, I figured it out.
No. So if they're ranked number 8 in the country, they'll be the 8th seed. So like if they don't, so let's say this, they get up to 4, they can't be the 4 seed, but they could be the 5 seed.
What if they
So
don't
if
win
Notre
the
Dame
conference?
finishes 3, if Notre Dame finishes 3 at the ranking, the final ranking, they can't be 3 or 4, but they could be number 5 because they don't have they're not in a Power 4 conference.
See, that's just you're still playing favoritism to this Power 4 concept, and
Oh yeah,
what's the point of this 12? Yeah, okay. Anyways, I got it. Give me Liberty as the 12.
yeah.
Give me just so difficult. Kansas State. No, I lied. Give me Missouri as the 11. Give me Ole Miss as the 10. Give me no way. Give me Notre Dame as a 9. Give me Texas A&M as an 8. Texas as a 7. Ole Miss as a 6. Oregon as a 5. And then the 4 I said earlier, just put them in 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, all right. I understand your issues. I get it. It's not a perfect scenario, but it's a better scenario. Let's just say
No.
that.
At the end of the day, if they were going to do 12 teams, they're pretty sure there's close to 12 conferences, 1 team from each conference. Top team. Just screw it. Be done with it.
There's too much talent, like in the Big Ten.
Who cares?
Right.
Be the best. Because other at saying that, then you could end up with like 4 Big Ten teams that already played each other, or played each other twice. So they're gonna play each other again.
Michigan and Ohio State hopefully play each other 3 times this year. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. All right. Give me Sam. So now I'll let you go last, but give me your semifinal matchups into your championship to your winner. We'll rip that out pretty quickly. Max, go ahead.
All right. So my semifinal into my championship. Is that what you said?
And your
Okay.
winner. Yep.
All right. So my semifinal, the way I don't know, I don't have a bracket drawn out in front of me, but the way I would like to see it would be Michigan playing Notre Dame, and then give me Texas playing Utah, and then give me Utah playing Notre Dame,
Ooh.
and give me Utah winning the national championship and Cam Rising's 7th year while he wins the Heisman.
That's good. I like that. I like that a lot. That's chaos. My semifinals would be Notre Dame versus Ole Miss, and then Michigan versus Utah. But then give me Notre Dame to beat Ole Miss and Michigan to beat Utah. Michigan versus Notre Dame in a national title game. Old people will go crazy, and Michigan are back-to-back national champions. Stam.
Yeah. So give me Penn State versus, I mean, I have no idea, obviously, the shaking of this concept, but give me Penn State, Missouri. I like that idea. And then give me Georgia, and I believe I said Oregon at some point. I think that'd be a pretty good matchup. Then give me Oregon versus Penn State for probably the 3rd time this year, and give me Oregon to win it all.
I like it. Oregon's very good. What did you want to say about Penn State?
What about Penn State?
I don't know. You said you had some sneaky info.
Oh, no, I don't know. I don't remember. I just had them last year, so I'll give them another try this year, but I'm hoping we'll see. It's going to be, I feel like with the realignments, I just don't know. I have no idea what to expect from anybody. Oregon flying all the way across the coast, Michigan flying back across the coast.
I agree.
Playing Michigan, like what? That's so weird.
Yeah, gonna be chaotic. Boys, good stuff. Episode 101 Legal Teaching Energy Sports. They're coming to your city.